All right, peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome back. So I'm just gonna do a real quick live, real quick about does the masculine really love the karmic? Okay, so I'm just gonna break this down to y'all. Um, logic mind. Feminine and divines out there. You confused. You know about the connection. All right. So my title is does the masculine really love the karmic? And I can tell you guys, no. Okay, it don't matter how happy that they seem, what they post on Facebook, what they talk about, what they say. That's not love. Okay, that's what they have going on is called an illusion. Okay, they had painted a picture. Okay, but they are not happy. If they were happy, you know what I'm saying, divine feminines would not exist on that kind of level. Okay, you have to a lot. See, we talking about divine here. We're not talking about earthly love. Okay, we're not talking about fleshly love where they love each other due to physical appearance and stuff. And that's what's going on a lot today in age. Okay, a lot of men are going into these relationships not for a woman's mind. Okay, not for her soul. They only going into these relationships due to her body, and vice versa from women to men. Women are only loving men based off of their looks, their body, okay? And they have no clue of who this person is underneath it. So how can the divine masculine love a karmic like that without purity? Okay, that's not purity. Okay, they're loving conditionally. Okay, and this is where divine feminine comes in, because the divine feminine knows that for some reason this masculine is always with me, but I cannot see this masculine, but I can feel this masculine. And when I talk to my masculine, he's not my masculine, because it shows you that's unconditional love. Unconditional love is loving mind, body, and soul. If you ask somebody genuinely, if you were just a friend and you ask somebody why did they get with the person that they with, someone would tell you, oh, I was attracted to him, the law of attraction and stuff like that. But they would not tell you, okay, it was a soul connection. Okay, they would say, oh yeah, that was my soulmate, just to make it fit. But they don't genuinely mean it until an actual soulmate comes. They don't know what love is until a true soulmate comes. And I see 222. Okay, nobody really knows until you have actually met your divine partner or your divine feminine what true love is. Okay, true love is not just visual. Okay, true love is not just I like you because you got a lot of money. Okay, I like you because you got a nice body. I like you because this and that. Okay, most of these men that had jumped into these relationships was either in survival mode because they had no way to survive. They was attracted to the feminine because the feminine was pretty, or there was something about the physical body that attracted them to them, or they found them as some kind of prey, because a lot of these men are narcissistic. Okay, and they just seek women like their toys and their food and a hobby and shit like that. And some of these men just end up in these situations where they get trapped either by children, or because they can't get on their feet, or because they just love being taken care of. I mean, let's keep it real, that's not love. And if you consider that to be love, then you're a fool yourself. Okay, because that means that you guys are mirroring each other. Okay, so when they run into a divine feminine, they get a reality check on what love is, and they run from it because they're not completely ready and mature enough on a physical plane to handle the connection. Okay, this, you guys got to understand this. We're trying to grow. We're trying to ascend. Okay, I had somebody say that the tarot readers are liars, and that the divine masculine does love the karmic. Clearly, it was a karmic that jumped on here and threw that comment out there. So I just felt to address it publicly, okay, on here, that is not true. Okay, I've been in karmic situations before I met my masculine, and I didn't like or love, these people. I was attracted to their body. I was attracted to the fact that they were doing well in their life. I was not attracted. I didn't care two shits about none of their souls. I wasn't thinking nothing of the soul. Nobody thinks of a soul, so that's not what we seek in here. Okay, so when somebody comes on here with a logic mind, a logic thinking, we gotta address these issues, and we gotta address it ASAP. Okay, you are a non-believer, because that means you have not met somebody on a soul level to have experienced this connection. Okay, so just because you don't know the connection don't mean you can go and judge another. All right, because you don't know the connection. All right, You got to speak from experience. Life is about learning. This person has not learned about the connection to actually go through it, and they will, because they came on my page. Anybody that really comes and crosses my path end up running into their divine partners or ascending to a higher level. So this person will get that enlightenment, and they're gonna get it hard because they clearly has thought this reality is just all that it is. Okay, the masculine does not love the karmic. If the masculine did love the karmic, it would be, the masculine would be energetically sending this love and light to the karmic, but they're not. They're only giving the karmic their physical body, okay? But other than that, that fades, okay? That fades. So when we sit here and we try to crown a karmic for being in a toxic relationship, or the divine masculine being in a toxic relationship, you, that means you're lost. You're completely lost. Okay, you're not fighting the battle correctly. You're just falling for the illusion, and you don't deserve anything from the spirit realm. You don't deserve none of your manifestations. You don't deserve none of your abundance, because you're not understanding, the correct, the correct teachings that you've been seeing. Okay, there's no love between them two. It's just lust. Okay, it's just lust. Okay, it's all lust. Okay, it's all lust and survival, and that's it. Because, like I said, if you really truly ask, men don't speak how they feel, but I can guarantee you it's not of love. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody said you can love someone but not be in love with. You can care for somebody, sure. You can have a deep connection with somebody, like you would have with your children, or you would have with a job you love and your job you like, but that don't mean you genuinely love it. Okay, you gotta actually, when people don't know what love really is today, because look how discombobulated we are today. People don't know what real love is. Real love is mind, body, and soul. We're sitting here trying to figure out what love really is. If we knew what love really is, it's a difference between love and lust. Okay. Oh, baby. So it's disappointing when I hear a feminine sit here and say that they love a karmic. Like, let's keep it real. Like, it might have been two karmics dealing with each other. That's a whole different situation. If you're a karmic dealing with a karmic and a karmic, and all three of y'all are karmics dealing with each other, and none of y'all divinely guided, and everybody's just dipping around and having fun, that's some other shit. That's some lost soul shit. We're here to find soul. We're here to find self. So when we sit here and crown bullshit that don't need to be crowned, we need to nip it in the bud. We need to nip it in the bud. We're giving energy to all the wrong angles. Okay? Nobody really knows what love is until they have found themselves. If you love yourself enough, you wouldn't be on here to actually want to look and seek for that truth. I mean, let's keep it real. Okay, if you knew you had self-confidence and you loved yourself, you don't need no guidance outside of you. Okay? We're all seeking truth. We're all seeking guidance. Okay? We're all looking for love. So when you sit here and you say, I mean, I could love a piece of candy. You know what I'm saying? I could love a drawing. I could love anything, but that don't mean it's real love. Okay? It's temporary. It's logic. Yeah. Somebody said, in love means love in oneself. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Self-love. That's love. That's genuine love. And this is what I mean by people don't know what true love is. True love is you being of your mind, body, and soul enough to know and have faith and have trust. I just seen 9/11. Peace to the gods. It's trusting in your judgment, trusting in your universe, trusting in the way that you can walk this planet without worrying about your friends, without worrying about your family, without worrying about nothing. We can't love outside of ourselves. You got to stop loving outside of yourself. Even if the masculine is with a karmic, never mind that shit. If they don't love them, they don't love them because they love you, but you don't see it on a bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? You don't see it as a divine on a different, even if you don't and haven't ever met your divine partner, as a person, you need to have self-love. Okay, you need to have self-love. If you don't have that, you don't have shit. Okay, let's keep it real. Let me mind my manners, because I don't want YouTube to bug on me, but we just gotta love ourself. And if you love yourself, then you got that self love. I don't see a lot of people saying I got self love, I love me. I see people just bad, you know, mashing on the next person, mashing on the next person, mashing on the next person. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see enough self love. So that's where the weakness is. The weakness lies there. When we sit there and we see somebody with somebody that we truly care about, you got to learn how to set love free. And if it's meant to be, it will come back. Okay? That's unconditional love there. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for you to set that love free, that means you got enough love for yourself, but you got no room for outsiders. Okay? You got to have that self love. So when I see people saying, "Oh, they do love the karmic," this masculine don't even love themselves. How they gonna love another? They don't love themselves to only love what belongs to them. So how? This is why I say don't let, like, I'm just deleting shit now. I'm just deleting comments, and that's it. If I feel that your frequency is low, I'm deleting it, because of the simple fact that you have a lot to, either you here to learn, and you can ask a question. Oh, excuse me, essence, is it possible that the masculine can love? You don't sit there and say, "Oh, tarot readers are lying. These divine masculines do love their karmic." No, they don't love the karmic, and the karmic don't love herself. They don't love themselves. They don't even know who they are. They confused. They just as lost as you. You know what I'm saying? So how? So if you're lost and they lost her, it's not a word, but at the end of the day, we're gonna throw it there. You know what I'm saying? You can't imagine. So when you love yourself, you can understand the way of the world, and how people and how people act and live their lives. You can see clearly. You know what I'm saying? Then you will know what self love or love is. You will know what true love is. True love is mind, body, and soul of the self. Conscious need to be connected to the body. Okay, if you don't have that, you don't have real love. Okay, so when I sit here and I do my readings and I tell y'all, I say, look, all right, give this person is not on your level. Give them some time. They need to, like I said, I used an example earlier of the end of the race. Okay, the finish line. Just because you made it to the finish line and your masculine has not caught up to the finish line, because they have been distracted, but they have been deceived, and they have fell for temptation. You didn't fall for temptation like your masculine did, so it didn't take them off. It didn't take you off your path just as much. The only thing that's taking the divine feminine off their path right now is the concern that the masculine is not going to make it. It's the concern that the masculine is not going to get here in time. It's the concern of the illusion that the masculine is with somebody else. What you see is your masculine is distracted. Okay, is distracted, and the only person that can set that masculine free on a 3D level is the masculine. On a 5D level, you can help the masculine, but on a 3D level, you just can't say, "Hey, look, you're on a godly path. You need to get away from that karmic," because they're not going to see it like that. To them, they see they see the karmic and the divine feminine as the same. When I said in one of my readings that the divine feminine is being sneaky. What I meant by that is not being patient and going and descending down to try to help the masculine physically. You can't just go and handle the masculine's burden. You can't go and just start dissing and wanting to fight and do all this shit to a karmic because they're with your soul husband or soul wife. You know what I'm saying? So when I say sneaky, you know what I mean. You just don't want to admit it. But God knows all things. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and I got to give it to y'all real, because at the end of the day, it's time to take the mask off. Okay? Some readers like to be sweet and nice, but if I can really go hard on here, I would. I be the the chick that y'all might want to fight on the street because I speak my truth. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, and this is the tough love you guys gonna need to wake up. Y'all want to get there. Y'all want to, and I'm teaching y'all to stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. You reach the finish line. The karmic is way behind the masculine only because the masculine has found you. So all the masculine has to do is realize that he just needs to focus on you in order to win that race. He needs to focus on the finish line where you're at, where God's at. You know what I'm saying? But right now, that's all you can do is wait. You have to wait till your masculine finish the race, okay? And if the masculine is being distracted, then they gotta wake themselves up. They don't gotta go through that karmic situation to wake up. They just gotta wake up and realize their self-worth. They gotta love themselves. So if they don't love themselves, how they gonna love that karmic? They lust that karmic. They're using that karmic. They're narcissistic to this karmic, as well as anybody and everybody else, okay? So as long as you know your place, where you belong, what you need to do, that's self love, and you stand. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay right here because I know the universe got him. I can't go down there right now and get him because he's being distracted. And if I go down there to get my masculine from his karmic, it will look the same. He will not see the truth in me as well as the truth in her. So in order for he's gonna see you on the 5D plane. He's gonna always think about you, always fantasize about you. You're always there when he's with this karmic. So what he's trying to do is distract himself from you. But when he realizes he cannot escape from you, he will eventually give up and continue the race. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, that is how it is. If you gotta draw the finish line up and write it on the calendar or draw it up for you to see physically, because you gotta have a visual. A lot of y'all need visual because y'all don't have enough faith. Okay, so draw it up. Write it down. Train yourself day in and day out, because ego will try to creep up. Ego will try to creep up and tell you he ain't shit. He with that karmic. He love that karmic. He want to do this. He want to do that. That's ego. Ego will come up when every time you ascend higher and you become a better person. Ego goes harder to try to distract you. So stay in your faith. Write your templates down. Write your lessons down. I've learned this today. I've learned that. You got to keep continuously learning how to stay in light. You got to, because it's always knowledge that comes every single day. Reality check every single day. Your masculine wakes up every single day. They wake up every single day with you on their mind. They wake up wanting to get that pull to come back to you, but distractions will always stop them from getting there. Okay, if they're laid up with a female right now, that's going to distract them from wanting to take that push. If they laid up with the female who has children by them or married to them, that's going to hinder, that's going to hinder the pull. Okay, because they got a lot of burdens and conditions that they have to get away from. Okay, some of them just can't drop it. I know some of us divine feminines wish they could just drop what they're doing and then come, but it's a process. Okay, it is a process. So we have to wait for them to come to the finish line on their own. When we try as divine feminines to go down there physically to try to help our masculine come up out of the hell that they in, okay, we get burned. Then we're emotionally wrecked. We're crying. We thank you for the donation, Nina. Peace. Is we just keep, like, I'm just saying, if you keep reaching your hand in the fire, you're gonna get burned. Peace, S. Welcome. Peace to my moderator. If you keep reaching your hand in the fire, you're gonna get burned. And a lot of us can't. I'm trying to teach y'all not to reach your hand in the fire and get burned. Okay, because you can get harmed by God's wrath too. You're not, you may be somebody special, but you're not the creator. You just part of the creation, just like such. Okay. So at the end of the day, you reach your hand in the fire, you're going to get burned. And how you get burned is you're confused, you're lost, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't know how to think, you don't want to be here anymore, you don't want to be connected anymore. And that's you reaching your hand in the fire. That's you descending to a level you're no longer at. You have to stay ascended to the level that you've grown. You've done your work. Your masculine needs to do their work. In order for you to reflect to your masculine, stay at the finish line and reflect. Send that mirror, like a mirror, like if you ever took a mirror and you shine light at the mirror and then angle it at a different angle, that's the kind of power you need. You need to be able to stand at the finish line and use your love and light and telepathically send to your masculine to get up out of there. Wake up. Send love and light. This is the shit you need to do. You can't physically do anything. Okay, you can't physically do anything to wake this masculine up. He will not see the truth. The only way you can get your masculine to see the truth is shining that light. Shine your light. Use your mirror to shine light on the darkness. Okay, that's all you can do. Okay, I know, baby. All right, y'all. I'm not gonna be on here much longer. I got some more videos coming. I just gotta finish up some more readings. Peace and love and light to y'all. I just wanted y'all to know. Anytime y'all see these negative comments, and it gets you down, don't let it pull you back down to the darkness. Lift your light. Stay in light. It's not gonna be easy. It's a lonely journey, but you will make it there. I know, baby. You wanna come up out of here? Come on. Here we go. Thank you, S, for the donation. Okay, So I mean, I've been trying lately. Like y'all know, I'm in Florida. I've been trying to get through this storm. My birthday about to be here on the 13th. If you guys wanted to donate to my birthday funds, the information is either on my Instagram or my community and stuff like that. If y'all wanted to send some birthday love, but at the end of the day, like I'm just trying hard. Y'all know I got my son here and my daughter, and I'm just trying to help God, help y'all, because it's helping me as well. And I'm not talking about financially because it's not even what y'all think it is, but I enjoy helping others. Like as I learn and receive, because not everybody is able to receive the message because of the blockage that they got. Yes, due to doubt. You do the doubt. What's that? Oh, rich. Due to doubt. Okay, not everybody is able to receive, and I can receive because I'm not super blinded. Okay, so I have to send this message and send this this frequency to those who have been on this journey. A lot of people say they've been on this journey for years and years and years. I say, well, it's something you've been missing because you got to work with God. You can't work against God. You can't work against the soul connection. You can't work against the soul connection. You have to work with. Okay? So, like I said, if you really want to help your masculine out, okay? Oh, I'm working on S. I'm trying, girl. I'm trying, but I just got these readings, and then I'm trying to do these YouTube, take care of my son. It's all packing up. But you said I need to create a wish list on Amazon, right? I tried to do that. I gotta get it together. But I've been trying to do my cards and shit like that because, like I said, I ascended from a different level of my enlightenment. I have to put it on the cards. I've been working on those, trying to get that done, getting the storm, all this, that, and the third. But I'm gonna work on it. I prefer people to send it to my PayPal and Cash App only because I got that. I get that instantly. I don't have a bank account right now. But anyway, so like I said, the best way to help anybody, even if they're not your divine partner and you still want to send love and light their way, because you could still have a telepathic connection with your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters, old friends. You'll get that feeling out of nowhere. So send them love and light. That's all you gotta do. Send love and light. And you just send it like you would send your sister. If your sister send you a telepathic message, or your brother, and you just happen to think about them out of the blue, that's how you gotta train yourself. Just never mind the fact that this person is your soul partner. You still could have a telepathic connection with anybody. Okay. Thank you for the donations, Okay. So you could still have that connection with anybody. The difference is a soul divine connection, meaning two people meet solely. Okay. You could have the telepathic connection with a baby. You can have the telepathic connection, like I said, with your cousins, your mother, your sister, your father. You get that feeling the same way how you would send them love and light and let them know that you're okay. Some of y'all, same way how you got to do it with your divine masculine. This is a 5D battle here. This is a spiritual warfare. Okay. You got to realize the difference between life, death. You got to realize the difference between the body and the spiritual body. And you got to learn. You got to study your chakras. You got to study all your kundalinis, all that. You got to study, because all that will tell you where you at, where you're gonna go. And every time you send a question, just anytime you ask a question, it will be answered. But you have to pay attention, because it may not be answered in the way that you wanted it to be. Okay, that's how the universe works. Like, our soulmates ain't always what we expected them to be. Like, my soulmate, I didn't expect him to be as old as he is, and as well as in the situation that he's in. So he's a complete opposite of what I was seeking before I awakened to who I was. So don't be deceived. Okay, we seek those handsome looking men that gotta have money, or these handsome females, successful females that gotta have a bad body and this, that, and the third. But we miss the fact that your soulmate may not even be nowhere close to that. So our expectations when it comes to our soulmate, because we believe that we have the will to pick, which is not true. We do not have the free will. We have the will to act, but it will reflect, and it will every action comes with a reaction. Okay, so your divine partner will not be exactly what you expected him to be, straight like that. Okay, especially if you're somebody who got high expectations. Okay, We gotta just go with the flow, and we just don't need to be seeking due to lust. We need to seek, cause don't get me wrong. Like, I seen a fine ass dude today. I was like, God damn. Excuse my language. I was like, damn. If I wasn't connected to God, boy, if I wasn't connected. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. But if I looked at him, and I felt, because, like I said, universe will always try to put a test in front of you, or as well as this devil try to deceive you. Okay, what happened is he was so fine. I ain't gonna lie, and I said, Spirit, if I wasn't connected to God, I would have, we would have, and I'm gonna just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm grown. But at the end of the day, being that I'm celibate, and I'm for the truth, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not take the for now for something that's gonna be bad later. I don't want to start a relationship with somebody I know that's gonna not gonna last. Okay? I don't want to open a chapter that's gonna end faster than anything. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be pointless. I don't have a problem being celibate and waiting, till my divine masculine comes along when it's divinely guided. Okay? I'm patient like that. But it's not like I have to wait long anyway. So, I'm only celibate when I'm not with him. And that's just TMI. But I'm just keeping it real. This is reality. This is the real shit. This is the shit you got to deal with. Okay? And the more patience that you have for God, the faster your union will come in. Because then they'll realize, okay, because sometimes these masculines have to be triggered and awakened due to this physical reality check. Okay? So sometimes the universe will bring them back into your life so you can trigger them and then pull them out of your life so they can be tested, because the universe knows that the karma that they're going to receive is going to be harder than what it's going to be given out. Okay, so sometimes it's not best for a divine feminine to be around a masculine while they have to go through this karma. Okay, like I said, they do not have to be with the karmic in order to learn this karma. This is about self-love. If the masculine loved themselves enough, they would have loved themselves enough not to start a new chapter with somebody. Wait, wait, what did you say? She said, I'm only celibate when I'm not with my divine masculine. Right? Shit, that's me all the way. Shit, when he get here, it's a wrap. But sometimes, because sometimes spirit will tell us that we need to talk about it, and when he's getting triggered and he can't handle the truth, he's got to go, and I don't get involved. But when the time I know I get into my blissful moment, we have our situation we got going on. But sometimes we can't stand each other. Sometimes we hate, we blocking each other. I blocked his ass recently because I was just like, I just need my space. So like I said, you just gotta be patient. You gotta be up for it, up for the challenge. It's not easy. It's not easy. When it comes to love and unconditional love, to an average person, it just looks like two silly fools in love. But hey, when you get on this journey, you'll see what it's all about. Never mind what everybody else feel about your connection. If you know your connection is genuine, stay with it. Because once you deny it, and I know I've had ego trip up on me all the time. But you know what I say? I train myself. And sometimes this is, people say you shouldn't talk to yourself, but you have to. You have to talk to yourself, because it's only you. It's your inside. You have to calm the ego down. You have to let the ego know, hey, look, we got this. We just got to have that kind of faith. You got to have that trust in yourself. And this is why I say half of y'all don't know what love is. Because if you're not talking to yourself, and you can't be by yourself, and you can't just deal with yourself, then why the hell do you expect, and I say hell, do you expect, okay, for somebody else to love you? You know what I'm saying? So you have to love you first. Then you can reach out to the one that's chosen for you. Okay? So it's about self-love. So anyway, I want to keep that short. Let me get off here. It's been almost 30 minutes already. Time fly when you got that elevation on point. But y'all keep ascending, and I just came on here to root y'all on. I can feel y'all frequency, and I feel the haters too, and I'm here to address the haters, address the low frequency demons, address the devil trying to present themselves. Never mind them. It's a word of encouragement and a word of ascension. It's time for you to go up and elevate up, stay up, You might have finished the race. Be patient to wait for your masculine. If you're at the end of the race, sit there and study. Sit there, wait patiently and study. Study who you are. Study why your eyes brown. Study why your hair is black. Study why your skin's the complexion that you are. Study your history. Study what you study. You study your soul. Study your chakras. Study. Get to know you. While you have made it to the finish line, get to know you. While your masculine is trying to get to know them. Because as you get to know you, guess what's going to happen? It's going to reflect back to your masculine, and your masculine is going to work on them, because it's going to all work out in the inside, not the outside. The outside is just, that's it. The physical body. We're talking about spirits here. We're talking about divine here. So when we sit here and say, well, the connection is this and the connection is that, we have to remember divine is in play all this. Stop your physical body for a second. Do as you would do if you were daydreaming. Do as you would do when you're receiving these sounds and these tones in your ear. You stop and you listen. You stop and you think. Stop your mind from racing with thoughts of negativity, and start allowing the positive frequency to run through. When you get that tone in your voice, that's another download coming in. It could be a telepathic message coming in. That's going to come in you'll either hear it by voice, or you'll hear it by telepathically, or you'll see it. Okay, or you could hear, see, and feel, and whatever. Just pay attention to that. Study how to lift that third eye a little bit open, more than what you have it right now, because when you open up your third eye a little bit, you learn to have faith. And when you have it closed, you'll have doubt, and doubt is a low frequency. So try to work on healing that doubt. Yes, you are human, you are flesh, but you are not of God if you are not of truth. Okay, you have to be mind, body, and soul. If you really want to find out if you're mind, body, and soul, test yourself. Every day you're being tested. Pay attention to it. Okay, it will tell you that was you thinking of mind, that was you thinking of body, that was you thinking of soul. When you have the heart, you have the soul. Okay, so study. You made it to the end of the race. You know who you know who your divine partner is. You don't have to. That's what you need to do while you're at that finish line. So while you're focused on your masculine, whether it looks like it or not, internally, because a lot of them go inside themselves. They hide inside themselves. They disconnect from themselves. It's not even about what they do physically, because they're zombies when they're in their physical form and they're not attached to God. They're zombies. Their ego just in autopilot. Okay, so when they're in autopilot, ego seeks attention. Okay, ego seeks to be fed. Okay, don't let them acting in ego, which is their autopilot. You fell in love with that autopilot like the karmic did. Don't be the karmic. You know the true them. You know the real them. Okay, don't fall in love with the illusion, because you know it's not their body. You want the body because you feel like it will complete you, but that's not the answer. To complete you is to love within, because that's where your masculine is at. Your masculine is in your mind, in your heart. Okay, and will soon manifest body. It's almost like both of y'all in one body right now. So y'all have to love within. So when you love yourself, you get that burst of energy, accept it. When you get that feeling out of nowhere of sadness, try to send support. Just so many challenges coming in. You need to focus. But I don't want to just keep pausing. I try to get it all out. But we just gotta stay focused. All right, stay focused. But that's the challenge that I want. Y'all stay in love and light, man. I'm telling you, it will work for you. Your man, I don't give a flying butt loving if they do sign a piece of paper that said they married. Okay, you guys have a soul connection. I'm not telling you to go over there and cause havoc and make your masculine physically come, because you can't. It's gonna make it worse. So that don't cut into the divine when they're trying to help your man wake up. Okay. The more you try to, it's like I said, it's no different than a snail. When you walk up to a snail and you try to take them out of their shell, or try to touch on their face or touch them, they run inside their shell. It's the same way. The masculine will run inside this little cocoon they made with this karmic, and stay in there and close the door and tell the karmic to shut up. You don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not getting all that love. It's almost like a bipolar, schizophrenic type of relationship. A narcissistic kind of relationship. The karmic does not know how to get out of the devil's trap. When your masculine is not of God, they're in devil frequency. And you have to, when you have to accept that. You have to accept that they in a dark and low frequency, okay? And they cannot get out of that until they actually realize they're in the dark. All right. Two, which means they're two devils playing around. They don't love each other. They're just lusting. They're just entertaining each other until it's no longer entertainable. Okay. Eventually, the masculine is not going to get fed by this karmic much long. Now, this masculine could do two things. They can get drained by the karmic, and or get drained for wasting their time, and realize, that they're being drained. Because when they're with the karmic, they get drained a lot. They give too much of their all for nothing, and it's just too much. It's killing them. Be honest with you. And when they no longer want that life to be sucked out of them, they turn to divine feminine, who always gave them life. Okay, you as the divine feminine give masculine life. You give them eternal light. You give them eternal abundance. You give them eternal love, and you give them eternal energy. And then when they realize that, they will come running back to seek energy, to suck energy from you. Okay, they really can't take all your energy because you're divine, and as long as you stand in your place, you will always be able to give your masculine a sample of your energy, because of the simple fact that you can help him see, like, yes, you can give life, you can get life from me. This karmic can't give you life. They might can physically breed your children, but I can give you the flesh life. Okay, it's almost like because if I don't know if y'all pay attention, but the more happier you are in life, the younger you stay. Okay, y'all got to pay attention to these things, because when you're with energy can absorb, can shield you from time. You know what I'm saying? Not saying y'all stay young forever, because everybody gonna slip up and get off their path, but you will stay young for longer. You would last longer. You are being preserved. It's like a fridge having so much meat in the fridge, and the fridge is still running. It will freeze time, so you can stay fresher and fresher and fresher. You know what I'm saying? But once you get up out of that and you get off your path, you tend to lose power, which tends to make you grow older. Okay, which makes you grow older faster. Okay, so this is why y'all gotta slow down, think, and actually, I may not be somebody who really likes to hear my voice, or hear something from me, but never mind me, the flesh. Listen to what I'm saying. Feel my frequency when I deliver this message. Okay, this shit is real. Okay, don't shoot the messenger, just get the message. Okay, because by you saying, by you discriminating against me, will hinder you from actually getting the answer that you was looking for so many years. Okay, so just get the message, don't shoot the messenger. All right. But anyway, like I was saying, you're at the finish line. You've fulfilled somewhat of your purpose. You fulfilled at least a level of your purpose before you get to the next level, because there are always levels to the shift. Okay, but before you shift to the next level, and I don't mean death, because you can have heaven or earth, you have to shift to a new level of frequency. Okay, your masculine just has to catch up. And like I said, they will, as long as you're doing your part too. They have to do their part, you have to do yours. If you're doing your part, it will reflect. Like I said, it's like a thought of a mirror facing the sun, angling it down to the dark. You will shed light in a dark hole. So shed your light, send your telepathic love, send your love and light to your masculine. Okay, just shoot it at them every once in a while. Write it down. As long as your soul feel and see it, it will be delivered, and you will get a message back from your masculine. But don't seek it. Just let it go. Let it happen naturally. Set it free into the gods, and they will bring it back. So the same way how love is, true love. Okay, if you set it free, it will come back. So trust the universe to help your masculine, and your masculine will come back. It will pull your masculine back magnetically. Y'all may I done ran into places with my masculine plenty of times, and we were both like, something on my soul was telling me to go here, and all of a sudden he was there, or something in his soul told him to go here, and all of a sudden he ran into me. I done been with a karmic, and he done been with a karmic, and we ran into each other somewhat. And it was crazy because we didn't actually see each other, but we kind of saw each other. Like I was in a car with a karmic, and he was coming out of the restaurant with a karmic, and he sensed that I was in the car because it was very awkward. Out of everything in the parking lot, who I was with, the frequency was real. So we kind of felt each other. So I had texted him and I was like, "Oh, did you enjoy your meal?" And he was like, "Oh, this, and the third." And I was like, "Yeah." And then we just knew, like we know what's going on, like he knows what's going on. But it's just like what masculine today will actually say, "I'm ready to give it all up. I'm ready to give up, all this illusion just for love," because they don't understand. Okay, they're not connected 100%. So they still feel like, "Oh, I got a lot of life to live and I got to do this." But they don't understand they won't be able to reach that. Chasing dreams won't get you nowhere. Never mind somebody else and how they're succeeding, because everybody's on a different level. Okay, I can't compare myself to a different female, because that female, I don't know what she prays and what she thinks and how she live. I know how I live. I know what I do. So these men have a testosterone, a big ass ego, a big ass pride to want to be a big ass baller, to want to be a millionaire, to want to chase these dreams. A lot of these men want to be rappers. They chasing these big ass dreams. I want this big ass mansion and all this other stuff like that. They chasing dreams. Okay, I want this bad bitch who got fake ass lips, fake ass nails, this, that, and the third, big ass, fake ass, and all this shit. They chasing an illusion. So when they realize that they're chasing an illusion, that what they actually seek is the answers to all their problem, which is their divine feminine, they will ascend. But they have to really like walk that path in order to realize it ain't working for them, because what's going to happen is their soul cannot lie. So their soul is going to say, "Look, buddy, she ain't the one. Okay, leave that broad alone." You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Leave that broad alone. She ain't gonna do nothing but rob you of your sperm, take your money, you know what I'm saying, and then dump you for another dude that probably got even more shit. You know what I'm saying? But they don't listen. So just like us females, we don't listen sometimes, and we just deal with a dude and do this, do that, do that. It may look the same as a divine connection, but trust me, like I said, it has to be divine. Okay, everybody think just because you say it's divine and you're with a soulmate, it's supposed to be picture perfect. But that's not the case. We all go through trials and tribulations. The difference is one is chosen and one is not. Yeah, somebody said energy vampire, right? Yeah, you gotta watch out for them. When they play in the dark, they play in the dark. So as a divine feminine who knows they place, stay in the light so they cannot suck your energy. Okay, send your love. Send your frequency down there. Just send a little piece. Shoot some of that down there. Because if you're going down there physically, you're going to fall into the darkness with him. Most likely, you're going to run to a karmic because you're depressed and lonely. And then you would have got off your path. And then you're going to deal with the karma by getting yourself hurt. And all this unnecessarily drama. So don't deal with it. It's better on this side than to be down there playing with the devil. Okay, when your masculine is down in darkness, being a vampire, like somebody said, you go let them suck as many they can, but they will never have the ultimate power, which is the divine. Okay, they will seek you when they realize they cannot suck energy from these karmics the way that they could, and all their supply, all their lifetime supply is with you. Oh, they're gonna come. They're gonna come. This is why you gotta step away. You gotta step away. You gotta give yourself some space. Okay, how they say, you never know what you got until it's gone. That's what we need to do. You never know what you got until it's gone. It took you to awaken when your partner was pulled out of your life. So what you think is gonna happen when he's pulled out of your life and he can no longer be with you and he can no longer have access to you? It's gonna trigger him, and that goes for me too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn to stay away from my masculine and not fall for his temptation either, and allow him to be triggered, because that's how I was triggered. You know, so you can't cut the connection. Like I said, it's the attention that matters. My intention is not to cut the connection between us spiritually, but physically I have to step away, because spirit is telling me step away. He's not of righteousness. It's not safe. So that's what you got to do. You got to be able to let them go. If you sit there and say, "Okay, you're here, masculine, stay here, masculine, be with me, masculine," and then they just get scared and then they eject from themselves because it's not really the soul. It's really just ego ejecting the masculine soul. Because the ego wants to live, live, live. I want to live, live, love the streets and love the game and shit like that. They eject, you know, because they chasing time and they don't even realize being with your divine feminine will give you time back. Okay, they don't realize that, so they missing out. Shit, they're gonna be an old fart while I'm sitting here looking young and preserved. And they be like, damn, how you look so young? People will say that to me. People will be like, how you look so young for you to be about almost 33? You look real young. You look like you about 20, 21 and shit like that. I said, because I'm of love and light. I always have been. I said, I didn't give energy out to people who was sucking my life away. You know what I'm saying? I actually, all my life, been a teacher in some way, shape, or form. So you got to preserve your energy. When you're giving to your masculine is going to take your energy and run with it. My masculine don't like when he can't take energy from me and I have a wall up. He doesn't like that because he can literally, I have a mirror wall up. Okay? My mirror wall pretty much raises up for him and reflects him himself. Because there's been plenty of times he would be like, yo, I feel like you like some grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? That I'm facing a grown ass man and I feel intimidated. And I said, no, motherfucker, you looking at you. It's called a reflection. It's called a mirror. So when you don't see me. You don't see me, you see yourself. So you don't like yourself. You don't love yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that don't have shit to do with me. If I saw you, I look at you every day and I see myself too. But I love me. I love her. And so I love the her inside of you because I love me. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And he has to love the him within me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's him. So it's just like, come on now, like what? You gotta self love. You gotta love yourself within. He don't like to listen to his feminine side within. He ejects the feminine side within, and I don't. I accept my masculine side, and I know y'all hear me here and there. You'll hear part of him, and you'll hear part of me because of the way that I talk. Sometimes I sound like, girly, and sometimes I sound like a dude. Like for those who actually do pay attention. But that's just him and me as one. And you just gotta be masculine and feminine balance. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's like I said, a big ass dude, you like a big ass dude. I said, but I'm not. Physically, you see me, I'm a female. I'm a 5'3" female. You see me. And he was like, yeah, but for some reason, I feel you could feel he could feel himself. He could feel his soul. Okay? He could feel his soul, and his soul and him look the same. I've seen his soul before. There's been times where I laid in my bed, and he was way on the other side. I've said this before. And his astro traveled to me and literally floated over me, but I didn't see him with my own physical eyes. I astro traveled out of my body into the corner of my room, and I looked over, and it was him floating over me like some kind of genie. And he looked back at me when he realized I was not in my body. It was almost like his soul came to get me out of my body so we can go and astral travel together. But I got scared and I jumped right back into my body because I actually recognized what was going on and everything. Like he knows exactly what's going on. But like I said, he's not a young dude. He's missed out on a lot in his life due to bad decisions. So I can't get 100% mad with him only because of the simple fact that majority of his life he's been in some kind of incarceration type of situation. So I allow him his freedom only because of the simple fact that I don't want anybody to feel like I want to trap them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like being trapped myself. So you gotta see it's that balance. You gotta understand. Like I send love and light to my masculine physically and spiritually, and he accepts both. But I tell him, I said, go and get it out. Go and get it out because I don't want you with me and feeling like you haven't been able to be happy. If you believe that, like I tell my masculine all the time, if you feel like you can be happy somewhere else, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and find your happiness if that's what you feel. If you feel like it's not here, not that he say it's not here, it's just the fact that he's just still feeling like he's just chasing a dream, and I see what's going on. But like I said, I'm at the finish line, and he's almost there. He's almost there because he's the one spiritually has awakened me. He spiritually have awakened me. So it's not the fact you got to pay attention to the 5D because they're telling you where they're at, what to do with the physical body, how to and why should you stay away from the physical body. We just have to pay attention because they're telling you how to control them. Okay, my masculine would tell me when my masculine soul will tell me when my masculine physical body is lying to me. My masculine soul will expose the physical body in seconds. You understand what I'm saying? In seconds. If he say he has not been talking to a female, eventually either the female will pop up, or his phone will be left open, or some kind of answer will be answered right then and there, because at the end of the day his soul cannot lie, and his soul is teaching him, and his soul would be like, you see what I'm saying? I try to help him, but you see why it's taking me so long? And then his soul is teaching me how to learn the difference between him and the body. You know, like, you know my true self. You know who I am. Don't judge the book before you read the, before you read the cover or whatever, the story, whatever you want to call it. So that's how you got to do it. You understand what I'm saying? That you got to acknowledge the difference between your masculine. So when we sit here and we say, oh, they over there doing this, no, it's not your true masculine doing that. That's just the body in autopilot. That's the ego trying to have fun and live its life because they believe it missed out. So that's not the soul. And it's like, let me see what movie. Um, I did kind of use the movie Ghost, but he had lost his body because they killed him. But just pretend that someone, like, okay, it's like somebody just disconnects from themselves and they're trying to catch back up. They're trying to get the body to catch up because not even the soul wants to be in that low frequency. You know what I'm saying? If the soul and me are at the finish line, okay, and we're waiting for the body to recognize that it needs to catch up, the soul goes back down to try to help the body by triggering the body, by giving the body karma, by showing them the way the ways of the error of his ways or her ways, okay, and it guides them. So you gotta let the spirit do what they do. This, you don't. Spirit is in spirit, okay. It's not like going to get your masculine by pulling them physically with their hands and pulling them up to the finish line. They actually have to go within, and they gotta listen. A lot of them don't listen to their souls. Okay, this is why they're soulless. So you cannot be completely mad for them being soulless. You need to be mad at yourself because you're not knowing and recognize that they're soulless. Okay, and that's just it. You know the difference between the two because you experience the connection of divine. You get the love that you need. You get the kisses and the hugs and the memories, the positive memories. And when you get the negative memories, you can feel how happy they are. You can feel how sad they are. You can see them visually. You can see through their eyes if you master that ability. You can literally see through their eyes. Some of y'all, if you master it enough, you can really take over their body and make them come. But y'all don't know who you are. You don't know the power that you hold. Okay, you don't know that that is another aspect of you, just in another form. Okay, you don't know this. You clueless. So, the point of the matter is this is love. This is love. Okay, that little petty shit that y'all consider is love, is logic love, visual love. That ain't love. This is love. Acknowledgement, acknowledging of the soul. If you don't see the soul of your partner, that ain't love. That's just straight lust. So don't confuse love and lust as love. Don't confuse lust as love and love as lust. Okay, it's different. It may seem the same, but it's different. Just like you got twin flames and they so-called try to divide twin flames and soul shit. It's the same shit. You light my flame. My flame is my soul. My soul is my flame. You lit the flame in my soul. Same shit. You might as well call it flame soul. Okay? Or something like that. Or soulmate flames. You might put this shit together because it's the same thing if you really look at it. Only ego will try to validate and split the two. You know what I'm saying? Only ego will split the two. So anyway, just recognize it, alright? Somebody says it's not even about sex. You know, you say you refuse to control him in any way. You said, I just feel it's looking in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? You coming back anyways. But anyway, so like I said, all you gotta do is have self love. When you got self love, you know your abilities, you know the power that you hold, you know what you can do, and you know what you can't do. So this is true love. This is real love, self love. So when I say self love, you do that. Just do your studies on who you are and shit like that. So never mind your non-believers. You know your connection. You know what it is you need to do. It's not really truly about control. I say control because it's a human way of understanding. When I say that, that just means, that just means when I say control, that just means, y'all know what control means, but my intent to it is not what you think. It just means like, like controlling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Having control, having wisdom, having knowledge, having power. You would know that some of these people are not connected to themselves. They don't have control of themselves. So, like I said, the intent is the power. Okay, the intention is the power. You can intend to love your masculine, and it is what it is. But then you can intend to hate your masculine, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It looks the same, but it's different. So just it's all about intent. That's why you gotta be careful how we say things. So when I say when I say certain things, I know what it means. I don't need for everybody else to know what it means. It's different ways to say hi, hello, and how you doing. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. My babies need me. I thought I'd throw this on here real quick. Peace and love to all those that donated. Peace and love to all those that just jumped on. Peace and love. If you guys have a question, feel free to ask. You know, feel free to ask. And I don't mean about your divine masculine or your readings and stuff. I'm like you. If you have a question pertaining you, somebody said great read. It was a spiritual channeling, a collective spiritual channeling. I made some gummy bears, y'all. My mouth dry. I need my water, but I got gummy bears. And it's crazy because my mouth's gonna like gummy bears. Okay. Alright, no questions. So, alright, I don't want to snack over here. You said always on point. I try. I got a lot of shit to say, but YouTube won't let me say it. YouTube will not let me say it. So at the end of the day, that's what real love is. Okay? How do I unlock my heart? You said, how do you unlock your heart? I think it's already unlocked. I think the problem is it's a little bit too open. So if you mean you want to block, you want to protect your heart, because what I'm getting from spirit is you need to protect your heart, not unlock it. I think you know how to love, but the problem is you love too easily, where you are confused between lock and unlock. So because to lock your love is to unlock your heart is to just not care about anything, and it will put you in an ego state of mind where you just start loving everything, and you don't want to love everything. You only want to love what belongs to you. So you have to learn to protect your heart. You have to learn to lock it. Okay? But the best way to deal with that is to practice. Okay? To practice, and how you practice is like on small things. How do you feel about a simple rock? How do you feel about the sky? How do you feel about a poem? How do you feel about a message that you got? That's how you practice how to open and close your heart. Okay? It's how you just train yourself how to like, train yourself how to love, train yourself how to open up and shield your heart. Let me see. Anybody else? You said I am missing a father figure and it's definitely for me to control the remark of my emotions. All right, so when it comes to your emotions, you gotta realize that where the emotions come from. Okay, the emotions come from spirit, just giving you a warning. Okay, spirit telling you what's good for you. So remember, everything we do it comes from spirit, come from guidance. If you don't listen to it, what's gonna happen is gonna take you on a cycle. Okay, in order for that cycle of pain to end, you have to learn to heal from it. So if spirit says speak your heart, speak your mind, speak what experiences you, once you get it off your chest, you will free yourself, you will free the burden off your chest in order to be able to express your emotions, because you're burdened. You're not telling everything. You're just hiding. You're not being open about your problems. Like, it's people that's hiding secrets that had happened to them in their childhood that they refuse. All you got to do is tell one person. All you got to do is tell one good person, or either speak it to yourself, or write it in a journal, or get it off your chest some way, shape, or form in order to express your feelings. Okay? And then you will have learned to trust, which will activate your feelings. Okay? Because it's the trust issue that's holding you back. How do I maintain when she keeps pushing me away? Okay, I did say no love connection, but I'm just gonna speak to you as an individual. Okay, when she's pushing you away, all right, it's for your safety. Okay, it's for your safety, because when people go through, like, it's almost like they're only reflecting what your soul want them to do. Okay, the soul wants you to be pushed away at this moment, because of the simple fact that there's work that needs to be done on the other party as well as you. Okay, you need work to do, and a lot of us think that we and believe that we have done our work, but there is always something to learn. Okay, so when spirit pulls two parties away, that even divine partners and everything, when they pull us away, that just means we have work to do. It's either you have some work to do, or that person has some work to do, or both of y'all have work to do. And you know you have work to do due to emotions. Okay, if you're still worried and you still concerned and you're in fear and stuff like that, that means you have to work and heal yourself. I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. This shit is real. This shit is deep. Okay, when you go through an awakening, when your masculine goes, yeah, the work is never done. When we go through that shift in reality and we wake up to realize that what we have been taught and who we have trust and who we have loved ain't what they are, that shit hurts. That shit hurts. And the first person they would run to is somebody who understands them. Okay, the karmic is not going to understand them. So who's going to understand them? The divine feminine. You know why? Because y'all face the somewhat of the same challenges. Okay, this is why you and this partner go through the same things. Okay, they may date somebody, but you may not. But in your mind, you're dating somebody, you're dating your masculine. So it's different ways to see it. Okay, but the feeling is still the same. Okay, your masculine the divine masculine or divine feminines don't ever stop loving the person that they're supposed to be with. They can't. They will try to physically run, but spiritually always be attached to this other partner, which will remind them they're trying to run from the memory that they can't escape from. They can't escape from the invisible feeling. Okay, these masculines don't want to love, but so this is why I say they don't love these karmics, because they don't know, they run from love. So how do they run from one love and then run to another? But they can't handle true love to run to fake love. They ran to the karmic because they created that love, but that's not love. They created that lust. So they can't handle the other party, because the other party actually is love. The person actually could see through their heart, see through their minds, and see through their soul, and they run from that because the shit is deep. When they awaken, it shifts them like crazy, y'all. I'm telling you. Okay, can't stop loving her. Keep trying. I've stopped. Okay. She said it's scary as fuck. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is scary. But when you overcome those, when you overcome the burdens and everything, and the roughness, and you get through the storm and you get to the end of the tunnel, You can see everything clearly. You understand why people was pulled out your life. You now know why your divine masculine is apart from you for your own safety. You, because I know some of y'all will hurt and harm your masculine for doing all these harmful things to you. You never know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, in your minds, like, because like I said, God knows everything. So in your mind, shit, half of y'all be wanting to hurt and demolish these masculines for hurting y'all feelings and shit. So what you think the God's gonna do? The gods are gonna separate y'all, okay? And that's vice versa to their masculine, or to a karmic that wants to hurt, the harm, the divine. You know what I'm saying? The divine masculine. This shit is deep. Y'all don't understand what the gods go through to try to keep balance when it comes to two souls trying to meet, as well as two bodies trying to meet. This shit ain't easy. The shift is not easy, okay? So we got to give the universe a break, okay? Because if we don't, we will pay for our intervenience, okay? We can't be intervening when the God is trying to help your masculine as well as help you. You can't say, "Oh, I did all my work, so let me help you, God, help the masculine." When God said, "No, what I need you to do, all I need you to do is real simple. It's just send your masculine love while I go down there and take care of them." Okay? So if you're manifesting your masculine, I used to tell people all the time, if you keep calling the masculine, you keep summoning the masculine, you keep summoning them, he's gonna come. But he's not gonna come in the form that you would wanted to. You wanted to see your masculine, he's gonna come in his spiritual form. Then you don't know why all this shit's happening to you and you're getting all the synchronicities. Allow the body and the soul to be one and say, "I trust you." Go back to your body and get your body. Okay? Go take over your vessel. There's times when you divine feminine, deal with your ego. Deal with your battles. Okay? Same shit. Okay? It ain't easy for these masculines. They're the actually ones who are dealing with it the most because they're involved with physical beings that they shouldn't be with. And if you're feminine who's not involved, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay? You gotta stay in your knowing. So, alright, for the third or fourth time, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I appreciate y'all listening. Keep your head up. Anybody that doubts, it should give you power. When somebody doubts your union, it should give you great power. Okay? Because you should know who you are. Okay? You should laugh at these haters. Laugh at these haters because they don't know. You see how blind people are out in the world when you awaken to who you really are. This is the self-love that you guys gotta reach. Okay? Anyway, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, y'all. Love you all. Thank you all for y'all support. This is why I do this, to help y'all. My divine masculine did say, it was on my other video, before he switches out, you'll catch him switching in and out, that he does admire me helping y'all and doing what I can. And he said when he is ready to speak his truth and everything, he will create his own page or come on here, one or the other. But it's all in divine timing, But take that time to work on y'all. Take that time to work on your connection, divine, on a spiritual aspect. Okay. That's right. He does not love the karmic. That's right. And y'all gotta remember that. He does not. I don't give a shit where his body is. He could be wherever he want, but y'all know he's with you. So how does he love the karmic? Let's not fall for the reality of it. Let's fall for the truth. The truth is that when I lay in my bed every night, my masculine lays next to me. There have been times when I felt his spirit hold and cuddle me, and I told him, "Yo, I felt your spirit, lay down and hold me like 3 times in the last few months." You know what I'm saying? He was just like, that was God. That was God. I said, "Yeah, that was your true form, letting me know." You know what I'm saying? That I got you. His soul has been here from day one and has not left my side. Only when it was time for him to go back to his body and pull him in for a purpose. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta love. You gotta love its true essence. Okay? He also gave me my name. He called me Essence. So, and I've been rocking with this name, since. you know. So and he's like, he come, he see what I do, he come and he's impressed, but he's still full of darkness, and you gotta let him go. You know, and my masculine deals with karmics and shit here and there, but it's none of my business, because at the end of the day, I just leave him to the gods, and he come running back even faster. So the more you release control, the faster your connection will come. Okay, love is the name. That's right, and love will be the game. Okay. So anyway, y'all don't fall for that illusion, man. That karmic ain't happy. It ain't happy because they laying up with a soulless, empty vessel. They want the body, they got it. Okay, you got the best part, and that's the soul. Okay, well, I hope, you know, we've learned a lot in this lesson today. Let me stop. But anyway, peace, y'all.